Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Yorlis, and today I wanted to share with you all a tutorial here doing a review for Beebeecraft store. I received this produce to do a review. So one of the products that I got that I choose was this silicone mold. This is for a planner or journal cover, and I've been working on my own personal planner, so I decided to why not make my own cover as well. So here I had the bigger one because I'm doing the planner. My planner is the bigger size, so that's the one that I choose to do. And I also had this bunny here for you to, it's very cute for springtime and all that stuff, so I decided to go for it. Now the resin that I'm going to use, I will recommend for you to do a better search than I did, because I found that they had this safe food resin, so it's not as as bad as the other one. So I don't know, that it is the first time that I work with resin, so I had no experience whatsoever. I remember there was a fever in a long time ago, when everyone was doing resin embellishments, and I really wanted to, but I was a little intimidated by the resin. So for this occasion I really wanted to do my own cover, so I said, you know what, let me try it, what could happen, so I choose the mold for this review, and I use this I'm using this amazing clear resin. Now when I got it, I read all the stuff and everything, and this is very very strong chemic, and it's very, you have to have like cover your nose, cover your eyes, use gloves, a lot of precaution issues with this resin. But then when I was researching, I found that they have a safer one. There's what is the name, FDA food safe, something like that you can do cups and all that stuff. So I would recommend for you to be safer to have one of those resins better than this one. So yeah, but I already had it, so I had to work with it. So then I have here in this container beads and sequins and gold, pink, blue, clear, all that kind of stuff. I have glitter here, and I had this chunky glitter. This is from Tash, and this is the chunky glitter glass. And I have they came with 3 cups, these measuring cups. They came with 2 of these sticks, the resin. So yes, so now here I also had these cutouts, and I want to I'm doing personally my planner, so I'm going to do this like this, put it backwards, so the side that comes first is going to be the front part of my journal. So that is my plan. Okay, so I'm still using these ones. What I'm gonna do is gonna use these plastic cups, and I just had to cut them because they were too large, and I put the measurements to how much amount I want to. So they had to be equal, A and B from the resin. You just follow the instruction on the resin packaging, so you just follow. It's not that complicated. It's just a safety aqua to cover yourself and all that stuff, so you just be safe than sorry. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead. Let me put all my safety stuff. So you will see that my voice is gonna sound very weird, because I'm gonna put the stuff that goes in the nose and all that stuff, the gloves and all that safety stuff. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I put the amounts in my cups. Now I'm going to add my glitter how I want it. You can do whatever you want with this glitter and all the stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to put the first batch to it. Okay. So now I'm going to mix these two together. Then I'm gonna mix them together. Now when you mix them, it's because now you are activating the resin when you put them together. So yeah. So here I'm just going to mix this. Now this resin is say that it dries to 3 to 7 days. So yeah, it takes a little while to get dry. Okay. Now you're gonna now with my stick, I'm going to help my resin to sparse all around it. Now, because it will move, so she will accommodate herself as well. And just like helping her a little bit for all these spaces, but she will accommodate herself as well. Okay, the resin is there. You cannot see it because you know it's very transparent. It's very clear. So now I just take my gloves a little moment to I could do this. But oh my god, it just went down too far. So let me go ahead and move it a little bit now. Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to use my journal word, put it like this. Again, let me center a little bit. I think there is central in here. I think so. Then I'm gonna use my sequins. I'm gonna put them in here. Now you don't have to. I think I put in too much, right? I'm gonna put some in this the bonnet later. But I think I put like a little too much, I think. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of resin in this bonnet. Now because I want to use like color, I want to color the resin as well. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the clear one to put this here. But that's all. Because I want to use pink color too. So, okay, let's now I have this distress ink. This is cherry blossom, and I'm going to color my resin now. And then I'm going to mix that. I want a little bit of pink in there. So first let me put it in the bunny. Just a little bit. I just flew in like spoons on the with the tip of my wood stick to put in here. Okay. So now I'm gonna put this in top of my planner. So you want like one of this pin ombre kind of thing. I'm gonna cover my wall. No, I think my wall move. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna cover all of this with my resin. Okay, I'm back, and this is already dry now. It took me about a week and a half to make both, to make two of this, because I needed one for the back and one for the front for my planner. So see, it took me, like each one was like 4 days, a little bit more with the complications that I had the first time. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna guide you what I did. Now, this is already dry, you see, it just came out there because I already put it out to check and everything, so it came very easy. So anyway, so when you take it out the mold, sometimes it you like overlap with the resin, so it will be have like excess or sharp edges. So all you're gonna do is that I got this one. This is I got this from my craft store. I got this from Walmart, and this is the size that they had, that it wasn't so rough. So this was the line between soft and rough, this grid. Now you can get whatever grid you want to. You don't want something too rough because it's gonna scratch you work. So all you're gonna do is that you're going to sand all the edges, Now when I sand I use my cover mouth, so I don't have to breathe all that dust that came from the resin. So that's all you're gonna do. Now remember, this came with 3 sizes. These are the sizes that came in this package. So yeah, so let me go ahead and move this aside. I'm gonna show you something that happens, so you can, like, some tips. So this was the first time that I used resin. So this was the first one that I did. Now I would recommend for you to work in a clean place with a low ventilation. If you have pets, I hope that you have a door, because my craft room doesn't have a door, so I do have a cat. So when I was working in this one, the first one that I was doing, my cat came in and stayed when I already finished. So I was very close because I was in my craft room when I was like, oh no. So I rushed to wash her pad and everything, because I was worried that she will get like burns or something like that. So I had to wash her pad, and then I got to do a little bit of extra drops or resin here and there. So I don't cover the whole part, just the edges, and look how it looks. You see, I don't like it at all. Now you can cover that with a little more drop of resin, but it was like, you know what, let me see, that was already dry. It was like, leave it like that, I can fix it later. So that's how you can fix it. You can just put another cup of the resin, so you can cover all this. Now another thing was that, because I don't want my cat to do the same thing over again, I had to put this on a bathroom they have in my craft room. That I use it for storage. So what happened, that it was no level, so you can see one part here thicker than the one over here, and because I had to put it like in top of boxes and everything, and it was no level. So when it dry, when I came for it, it was already dry, and it was like this. So I was like, oh no. So for the next one, that it was the one that I did with you, for this one, I knew what happened with the first one. So this one I was more careful. What I did, I let it on my craft table, and I put like a bin, so it will be like a cage, so my cat will not touch it. I don't thought that the first time that I did this. So yeah, so I have better luck with this one, because I already made a mistake with the first one. So now the other problem that I did with this one, and I will show you this, so you don't have the same problem, is that I made both of them with the holes in this corner, yeah, right? So what happens, that when I put it here, I have already made my back cover with the holes in here, so my decoration display was in certain way. Now this one was just sequence, so it doesn't matter if it's front or back. But this one, the one that we just did, I put the direction with banners, and the word, this says journal. Now for the front cover, you have to turn it around like this, and then you can decorate it. So this will end like, the bottom part over here will be the front cover, the front part of the cover, right? So it will be in the right direction. So, but I did both with this in this side. So yeah, so what happens that when I finish, when I put it out, this is what came. My journal work is in the ground side, and the same thing with my burner. So what going to do, I'm going to fix it. So first we're gonna put the rings. Now the rings came like this. It's a 1-inch ring. So all you do is push to the top, like up, and then you open, up, open, up, open. So it's very, very easy. So all you do is that you cover like this. You just put the rings here like this, and then the other one, the back one, I love the gold color. That's why I use like gold sequins as well, so it can all match together very nicely and all that stuff. Now I can put my insert. Gonna put this one here like this. Now I'm gonna use another one, so we need this one here. So then we close it. I have more, so but I'm just gonna put this one in the meantime. So there is my journal, my pocket, and this, the cover. You see? So because I did this boo-boo here, what I did, I made like a topper here. And because this is resin, you cannot glue it with you know, any other glue like Fabrica or white glue or anything like that. But I do have this glossy accent, so I'm gonna try to glue it like this, and I'm gonna put like drops of resin in the paper here, so it will glue and it will cure in this part over here. So I will have all the journal thing here covered. So that is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, so that is going to be my journal. So yeah, so I hope you all like it. I really learned a lot about this. You just watch YouTube. There is a lot of ideas, a lot of tutorials. Pinterest, they will give you like different inspiration on the design, how you want to do the cover. You can work with the things, with clay. You know, you can just you know, you can use your imagination and do it whatever you wish. Depend your style and your taste and all that stuff. I love Chavichi, I love pink, and I love all this cute stuff, and so that's why I did my clear with a little bit of pink and gold and sequins and all that stuff. So yes, so this is my planner here. Now let me fix it here. So yeah, so I hope you all like it. I really had a lot of fun with this. So yeah, so take care everyone, and hope to see you later on. Thank you. Bye bye.